Hi, this video is important to me because I've been delaying it. I actually love Crystal Lake a lot. I had the opportunity to visit Crystal Lake last month, and to celebrate my birthday month, I treated myself to a Reiki healing with a Reiki master by the name of Kate, short for Catherine, at Enlightened Balance. But I do need to let you know that this was a negative experience for me. It was extremely awkward because I had shopped at Enlightened Balance several times and had strange encounters with Kate. Basically, I must have pushed her buttons in a very negative way because every time I went to the store to explore their crystals, Kate always had something strange to say about my heart chakra. And I know for a fact that my heart chakra is extremely open. I'm very generous with my time when I work on my clients. I really don't have any issues with my heart chakra. And what happened is I was booked for a Reiki session and didn't realize that the owner of the store booked me with Kate, someone who I already had some friction with. What ended up happening was a pretty miserable experience where I walked in and realized that Kate was running late because they squeezed me into her busy day as she was working on a new student of Reiki, and she was certifying this new student in Reiki. So what happened is Kate spent a lot of time spritzing my aura and spent a lot of time waving her hands and shaking an instrument, and she spent a lot of time doing ceremony on me. And I'm assuming that this was a cutting of the cords. So I didn't really get a lot of hands on contact from Kate, which I was really hoping for. Kate did wear a mask for COVID, and I decided not to wear a mask because I had already been vaccinated. So, what happened is a ceremony that was much less satisfying than I was used to. Kate maybe spent a total of 12 or 14 minutes actually physically connecting with me, like touching my body. And she did a lot of drawing of symbols all over my body. And I just didn't feel a connection. I didn't feel a flow of energy. And what's really important to me is when I give a Reiki session to my clients, I use a lot of aromatherapy. I focus on my clients' breathing and I encourage people to breathe deeply. I don't just do a lot of symbols, I actually do physical hands on contact during all my Reiki sessions. And I use my intuition. So if I feel that maybe the foot needs to be touched and squeezed, I will do so. So I didn't really feel a flow of energy. I didn't feel light. I didn't feel relaxed. And then at the end of the session, Kate mispronounced my name and kept calling me Diane. And what ended up happening was when I went back home, I realized my cat didn't feel comfortable sleeping with me in the same bed, which was a huge red flag because that indicates to me that Kate didn't spend any time sealing off my energy. I wasn't offered any water before, during, and after the session. Now, water is extremely essential when you have a Reiki session. And what also was disturbing and alarming was Kate shared with me the fact that during our session, she envisioned a much leaner, sleeker version of me, all dressed up to the nines, carrying an expensive bag, and my hair was short, cropped super short, and brown with highlights. That is so not me. That is really the opposite of me. I love my long, natural gray hair. I accept my body the way it is. I don't have any negative feelings towards my curvy body or my curvy shape. I like my curves and I don't need to be anorexic. And so I left a review because not only did she mispronounce my name, but she didn't honor me as a human being with feelings. Now, if this ever happens to you during a Reiki session where you feel not seen by your Reiki master. And all they're doing is scribbling symbols and cutting cords. She even went so far as to say that she basically cut an ancestral cord that was icky and brown. That was just a complete insult to me. There's nothing wrong with my ancestors. I love my ancestors. Let them be a part of my life. If any of this happens to you, just realize that you were working with a fraud, not a real empath, because an empath will never make you feel bad about yourself or humiliate yourself or body shame you. And that is my brief video. Please remember to always drink a lot of water before, during, and after receiving a Reiki healing. And if you ever want to hire me for a session or for a consultation, please feel free to connect with me soon. You take care. Bye-bye.